me a sec. See how I got this set up. Speaker. All right. Yo, what it do? Welcome back, y'all, to another episode of Lifestyle After 5 Radio. It's your moderator, Lord Shu, back again with another good episode with the team. We got a special Arkansas representation episode for so everybody that's listening on WDJY 99.1. Y'all about to get the best of Arkansas's finest host, interviewees, interviewers, whatever terms and titles you want to use. We're all in the building tonight. So, first, before we get into the show, want to give a special shout out to all of the new listeners and all of our veteran listeners, everybody that's been showing us love on the show. We appreciate you. Thank you so much. Please continue to buy the merchandise that's on our website. Y'all know the website. If you don't, it's aliafter5.com. I think that's it. Until next time, y'all catch me in the next episode. I'm gonna pass it to the host now. Peace.
Going on back in the building, me and MD Red in the house. What's going
What's
on, MD
up?
Red? How you doing? So
Doing
tonight
all
I
right,
called on a good friend of mine. He's the closest thing I know to a Charleston White personally. He's a educator, motivational speaker, published author, and the man even got his own language.
mm.
Yeah, he really did. He created his own language.
And
This
and
man,
one
an
of my favorite people.
entrepreneur.
I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, he is one of my favorite people. He's inspired me. Iron sharpens iron.
Yes,
We,
sir.
we go at it at different points with this man, and I mean, we can go at it for hours straight. But without further ado, let me welcome you. Well, you all welcome, Mr. Tim Woodard, to Lifestyle After Five. Welcome, Tim.
Give it up for Tim,
Yo,
y'all.
yo, yo, yo. After five, what up, man? Thanks for having me here again.
Hey man,
Uh,
you're welcome, brother.
yeah. Before we get started, I want everybody out there. I want to say peace, love, and light to everybody. And I want to introduce, real quick. I want to introduce my book. This is a new language. It's written by us and for us. It's called Hish'uwe. That's the title of the language. Hish'uwe, the Human Language Study Guide. So
Mm.
beyond the boundaries. So if you get a chance, go out and copy a copy of that book. You can get it by going on bookbaby.com. BOOKBABY, bookbaby.com. And just type in Timothy Woodard or type in Hish'uwe. Type
So
in
Hish'uwe for the
Hish'uwe.
listeners.
We gotta check that
For,
out.
for the listeners, hold it back up.
Okay.
Hold the book. So that is spelled HISH apostrophe UWE. I'm gonna say that again for all the ones that's listening on the radio. Hashue is spelled HISH apostrophe UWE. So search that up and go get that book. Learn you something.
All right.
Definitely
All
grab that
right.
book.
All right.
Grab that
It's a
book.
new year, a new beginning. Time to learn your own language.
It's time. It's time. It's still time.
Well, welcome again. Like I said, you start off of the new year. So like always, I always got questions. And you being an man and that's familiar and an educator yourself. I made a comment last week that the education that we grew up on, and I'm in my late 40s, is dead. Grandma's church and religion and the deacons praying for an hour and the tithes and the offering. I don't think you really got. I would be hard pressed to find a church, and I could be wrong. I'm not
Mm.
perfect. If you could find a church that's packed with people 30 and under,
Mm.
I don't know that there would be very many right now that's hanging in there. But aside from that, education, that's your specialty. What do you think of our education system today? It was been criticized since we were in school as not being that great, as inflation has taken on, and the inappreciation of educators. People not respecting educators, the abuse that some of the educators suffer, not being able to teach the way that they should be teach or the way that they want to teach, and in some cases having to follow racist curriculums.
Mhm.
or omit certain things out of your curriculum. Where
Mhm.
do you see us going in the next 5 years, and how do you think it's affecting the Black community?
Well, in the next 5 years, the education system we know now will be no more. The evidence is here, is everywhere. But before we go there, we got to understand the I like to go to the core. So
Hmm.
a lot of our principles and a lot of the guidelines that we go by in the education system since maybe I say the six I say back in the 80s, we were studying books, educational books in our classrooms were from the 70s. And some, they were actually from the 70s. We didn't have, I mean, even if they were brand new books, the information, they didn't change anything. The curriculum never upgraded. You see what I'm saying? So that was a kink in the chain from the beginning with the educational system, because the instructors and the people in the administration, there's only so much you can do if you get in material that's outdated. So we've been teaching an outdated system from the beginning. So that's your first flaw.
Okay.
Now, where do we go within that? Where are we from in 5 years from now? Well, like I said, we are so far behind. When you have children that are 15 years old that read the same as a 8-year-old, right? And understand they're 15,
Mm.
17, you leave high school. So you can't catch up in 2 years. You can't jump 6 grades in 2 years, 5 grades, however many. You can't. So what do? There's nothing you can do but send all of these children into society without an education. Now, what does that have to do with this? So basically, once you have a society full of illiterate, especially Black males, that's your strength. So when they're illiterate, then the whole educational system breaks down because it has no use for us anymore. The strength can't use it anymore. The women, they're educated right now. They're way more educated than we are. They've passed us by miles. But what is it doing? Because they're not supposed to be the strength. They're supposed to hold the strength up. You see what I'm saying? The support of the strength.
Interesting perspective.
Exactly.
Never looked at it
So
like that.
right. So and now you can't make up for that. You can't just say skip that generation of individuals and then start down here, because it's already it's flawed too much. And see, since the pandemic, they've been pushing people through school. You can't fail anymore. You can come to school 3 days out of the year. You still got to get passed, because we so far behind. They know we so far behind. You can't blame the students because they weren't present in a classroom. That's why I was saying technology is fine, but you're not in the classroom with me. You're not going to get the same lesson because it's not physical. It's not right there. There's nothing like what they say. It ain't nothing like the real thing. It ain't nothing like the real
Now,
thing.
now, now, I know someone that's going to college, and I was shocked. They're working on their master's program,
Mhm.
and in the master's program, they're sending them to LinkedIn to take LinkedIn learning courses. But yet, you're paying a college, and this is a major
Wow,
university.
wow,
And I
wow.
know a lot of professors. Well, what do they call visit? Not visit. What adjuncts? A lot of the
Mhm.
adjuncts professors, I know they were complaining a few years ago, about 10 years ago, that they were making less than minimum wage. At
Mhm.
that time, it was what, maybe $2,000 or so for 2,500 for
Right.
what is it, 8 week course or so,
Mhm.
8 or 9 week course. So even at the college level, at certain colleges, we are missing the mark.
Right.
So,
And now, go ahead.
so Tim, let me ask you, while we're talking about money, why do you think the United States has lacked funding for education? Why is it on the back burner? Like the teachers should be getting paid. Like you said, they've been getting underpaid for a long time. So why do we not pay our teachers?
That's a good question. I've been trying to answer that for a long time. I don't have a direct answer, but I know one thing. Education, if you when you hold value, a certain value, you have to get paid for it.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the thing is, we got to go back to what they are giving our children, and they only giving our children what's being given to them. The instructors are.
Mhm.
So if all they can, if they don't have what the children need to give them, then it's just, there's nothing really you can do. I mean, that's everything is going to all this at this time right now. It's just going to boil back to that. I
Well,
mean,
I got an opinion. I think they don't want us to be educated.
you don't think what?
I think they try to keep us from being educated.
See, that's what I was trying to say.
Yeah.
See,
I
when
figure
you
they don't want us to learn nothing, so they don't teach us
right,
nothing. They don't pay the
right,
teachers to teach us nothing.
right. So basically, this is what I was trying to say. I was trying to say it too quick, I guess. So I'm up here. I'm above the school administration. I'm the school board. I'm the head of the school board. Now the administration, they deal with everybody at the school, the principal and all that. So I'm the school board. I pick and choose what I want in Mississippi County. I pick and choose what these kids are taught. So I go pick some outdated stuff, and then the thing about it, the school board might not have nothing to do with it. The selection, who gives the selection? You see what I'm saying? Of what they have to choose from. They may not have anything else but what they're giving us. And I believe that too, because it's on purpose, like you said. So by the time it trickles down to our kids, they get nothing but babysitting, free babysitting. That's all school is now, is just babysitting. It's not, yeah. So the purpose is to not educate you. If I'm head of the school board over the people that's over the school board, and I don't really care for your kind anyway, you're a consumer. You make me money. Why would I change that? All you do is spend money. You don't know how to save. All I gotta do is put a new Gucci commercial out. I can get all your money, you and everybody in your community, and put a new Mercedes Benz there and some gold chains. I can get all y'all money. So why would I change that? Why would I teach y'all anything? Matter of fact, what they've done, they've extracted from the school. Like when I went to junior high, they had a class called shop.
Yep.
Where they had
machine shop, auto mechanics,
mechanics, all that.
and machine shop. Yeah.
Yep.
Yes. They extracted that on purpose because as we were going on, it didn't fit with their plan. Their plan was to get more and more. And they can't get more and more if we start thinking and start doing stuff like that. As long as all you do is go to school to 12 years, to 12th grade. And what do you do when you get ready to get out of school? It's graduation time. When they hand you that piece of paper and that man signed it, here you go, my signature right there. Now you're smart. Now what I'm supposed to do? Get out in the world. And then do what? And what they tell our kids, stay out of trouble. That's what your education is.
Meanwhile, you have a religious system going parallel to that's telling you all you need is the word of God. You don't need an education and everything.
Oh man, that's the heaviest chain we've been carrying since forever. I mean, we can't shake that, but the thing about that is that's fine now because enough of us have escaped that prison. You know what I'm saying? Like what they say right now, like the moment we in right now, everybody say that we in Revelations. You see what I'm saying? And actually, and they say we're in Revelation, but they still say they're waiting on this to happen and this and that to happen. All that's happening right now. We are. And the return of Christ, then it then returned. But it's not a him. It's not a dude. It's a way of thinking. We call it consciousness. It's just a consciousness. And enough of us are conscious now. That's when the Christ has awakened. That's a part of you that wakened, that like whatever keeps y'all glued to the screen when y'all hear somebody like me talking to somebody talking on some deep stuff. Only that is what attracts you to that.
You brought up a good point. I was actually talking this morning about the book of Revelations because I said I was going to buy the Apocrypha. And for those who don't know, the Apocrypha is all of the lost books, the books that was ripped out of the Bible into one book. And it sparked that conversation.
It has stories about other families and stuff that the Bible don't talk about, other parts and where people were living and everything.
And while I was having this conversation, I never thought about it. It was revealed to me that revelation does not mean the end of the world.
No, that's what I'm saying.
Not even by definition. So as we speak, I was curious because I wanted to do some research on this it is just see how the universe bring things up. Because I was going to really get into this. I really want to get into this topic of revelation and do some research on. So just while we're sitting here, I pulled a definition up because I was like, you're right. Revelation don't even mean the end by definition. So funny. Let's see how this thing come full circle. So, they say this is the year of exposure. Cat Williams just broke the internet, said everybody gonna be exposed
I
and
said that on my
everything.
last. I said that on my last thing I did on this show. I said that in
So
2024, I said it's the year of completion. 2024, number 8 year. Everything is coming out. Everything is complete. That's it.
So when they say revelation, so I just
Go ahead.
pulled up the dictionary on my phone, and the definition, first definition of revelation is a surprising and previously unknown fact, especially one that is made known in a dramatic way. Second definition, the divine or supernatural disclosure to humans of something relating to human existence of the world.
That's
So
it.
revelation,
That's
we
it.
are in revelation.
We
And
are.
by definition, because things are being exposed,
Yes.
secrets are coming out, people are
See,
going to jail. But we're being taught revelation mean the end of the world.
because we don't know anything about astronomy. We think astronomy has nothing to do with us, and everything has everything to do with us. And that's why what I said about the number 8. Last year was a 7 year. This year was last year was a year of knowing. That was a year of knowing. This year is the year of disclosure. Everything that's done in the dark, it's coming out this year. Anything like, and the main thing that's coming out is the people, everybody involved in abuse of power. This they time. People
This
that's
is why they say repent.
power.
This is why you got to go back and repent before you get exposed.
Yeah, the universe ain't what people think stealing and killing and all that. That ain't nowhere near as bad as abuse of power, and that's what the wrath is all about. Them the ones that's really got it hard now. They got it coming, and there's nothing you can do to stop it. Same way, certain things you do. Hey, it is what it is. You put that ripple in the water. So,
We've been
but
blind
yeah,
for so long.
yeah. But Christ consciousness, man, it's just a consciousness. It's like when people say Jesus Christ, we totally put those two together. Like Jesus and his last name Christ. Christ is a consciousness. It says Jesus the Christ, meaning he has that type of consciousness. See what I'm saying? And it's called the Christ. When they say the return of the Christ, it's not return of Jesus. It's the return of the Christ. The Christ, that liquid inside of here that leaks down that Jacob's ladder, which we call a spinal cord. We think all that stuff in the Bible, we think that's literally a ladder you climb. And
It's very coded book, yeah.
Yeah, and we think heaven is somewhere, it's up there somewhere in
But
heaven.
if you read the Bible, it tells you the kingdom of heaven is within you.
Yeah,
And it's
right
always
there.
it never says in the Bible, my kingdom come. The kingdom comes to you as it is in heaven, as it is on earth, as above, so below. And never, I don't know what we made these damn pearly gates and stuff for. And that was always the thing I never understood. Why the hell do heaven need a gate? Look, that's like I used to ask, why the hell heaven need a gate? Like I can just trick my way there and they got a gate. Hell, if I can come from earth, just think about this logically. If I can figure out a way that I'm gonna get in a spaceship and I'm like, you know what, I'm finna go to heaven. We finna bum rush heaven. And I can figure out how the hell to get from earth, find heaven, and get heaven. You think a damn gate gonna stop me? The Lord didn't allow me to get all the way up there, and I'm gonna get to a pearly gate, and that's gonna stop me. And I done came, I don't know, however the so-called heavens are supposed to be, that many miles. Oh shit.
Tell you what makes people fall for that, because you got to think, we're the only people that fall for one thing. It's one way you always can trap us, because we like little children. We never developed to be real men and women. So how do you trap little children? You attract them. How do you attract them? Something shiny, glitter, some shoes that light
Streets
up.
of gold.
Yeah, in the streets of pearly gates, streets of gold, all that,
we gonna sing all day and we gonna wear white.
Yeah, and we attracted it like rats to cheese. No other people do that, just us. Just wave some shiny, they gonna come. I promise you, they coming by the flocks too. Because one of them get that shiny thing, he go back to the hood and do this, he gonna bring all the rest of them. They gonna spend all their money, all of it. I rest my case, Your Honor.
What's your take on Bitcoin?
Man, I'm gonna make this quick because I've been so busy, but I keep my eye on everything and I stay updated on everything. I got some good sources. Um,
Share.
uh,
You got to share them right here, but yeah, we got. I got to get some of those.
um, I'm trying to think of them. I wrote it down because I said I'm investing some F FKA something A. I think of FTA. Is it FTA? I'll think of it in a
ETF,
minute, but huh?
ETF, ETF.
I'll think of it in a second. I got it wrote down.
But
But
you do believe Bitcoin is going into the future.
all of that that's the future, man. I mean, like this year, like I'm gonna tell you something. Like I said about the truth and all that coming out this year, there's another aspect that I said it on the last show, on you guys' show. I said it. This year, if it's something you've been working hard on, you've been dedicated, and you ain't did a damn thing wrong, and it just ain't took off yet, this year, you're taking off.
Hey,
Yeah.
I need that.
Yeah.
But I'm glad that because you still got some people that's hesitant and resistant to Bitcoin, and so now I'm almost to the point where I'm about to say, how can you be intelligent at this point and not believe Bitcoin is a real? If you still thinking Bitcoin is a fly by night scam, and the BlackRock and all the matter of fact, next week they're getting ready to the SEC. They waiting on the approval for a Bitcoin ETF, and all of the Templeton, Franklin Templetons, and all the big exchanges and investment gurus are waiting to get into Bitcoin. They're trying to make you got whole was it El Salvador and all these other countries.
Mhm.
The Muslims have now granted and said it's okay for the use for Bitcoin as a currency. They're giving their blessing. It's on the Nasdaq. Well, it's not on the Nasdaq, but it's on the tickers. When you watch Big Money, and just like you watching the Nasdaq and the S&P 500 and all those tickers and everything that's going into Bitcoin is there. But black people still say, oh, I don't know about that. And they still not getting in and
Mhm.
not knowing once BlackRock get in there. Matter of fact, Elizabeth Warren is what I've been told is trying to pass a law. They're trying to put laws where you can't even hold an individual share of Bitcoin. Our
Yeah, they
Mhm.
want to take
Democrat
it from you.
friends are trying to do that.
They're trying to take it from you.
You know,
Biden,
it's
Biden is
supposed to take.
trying to make it. Biden is
Go
trying
ahead.
to make it a felony if you exchange more than $10,000 worth of Bitcoin without disclosing it. However, like they were saying, how
Like
to
they was
even
doing
go
with
about this
cash.
law?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's how they deal with cash.
Yep.
You know,
yeah.
it's been like that.
So
So, but Bitcoin is going, supposedly from some reliable sources. Uh, that stuff's supposed to take off this year. Like
mhm,
you're gonna
this
see
is
a
a
bunch
half
of
a year. April
yeah.
April is a halving year, and if you don't know what halving, you need to go back and watch some more episodes or email me, and we'll give you some course. But do your own research. There's plenty YouTube videos out there. You can't wait for everybody to give you anything. You got to be hungry and go get what you need for yourself.
Do your due
Don't wait for
diligence.
nobody to give you nothing. And if
There
you
will be a
give
bunch.
some,
Go ahead.
as a man, if you're not going out there getting this knowledge for yourself and you wait for somebody to feed you this good information, be prepared for some other things to happen to you that
Well, if
may
you're a
get you
man,
exposed.
you should be feeding your family this information already anyway.
Well, there's this stock that I'm talking about. It's 62 cents right now.
Mm-hmm.
It's 62 cents.
And we're not
It's
financial advisors either.
okay. And like I said, I figured out, but I just want, like you said, everybody out there listening, this is the year. If you're going to invest, if you ever invest, this is the year because you're going to see so many people that's going to come up. When I say up, I mean up this year. It's going to be everywhere. The news is going to be everywhere. People are going to come up this year.
You
Yeah.
millionaires.
Yeah.
I ain't talking about no $100,000.
Nah, that's what I said. I'm
Million.
talking about up.
And I'm trying to be in that number.
Right.
Exactly.
When the
Yeah.
millionaires come marching in.
Ooh.
I didn't believe in all that. I really didn't. But then and I've been seeing people know what they're talking about. But the news I just got, oh, I'm investing this year. I'm not missing this boat.
We got to talk after this.
Yeah,
This may be your
yeah.
last year and your last opportunity. This is
Yeah.
this is the new dot com boom. Like I said, I was too young to really understand what was going on and I missed that wave when the .com came. But damn it, I'm gonna ride some of this wave. You know, I still I still feel like I missed a lot of this because I started early, but I didn't make the right moves and put the right amount of money together. Because if not, I would have already been riding the wave. They're saying that I want to say, I forget. It is less than 100,000 Bitcoin millionaires right now.
Mm-hmm.
Should have been a whole bunch more.
They saying if Bitcoin hit $1 million, the guy of MicroStrategy, the CEO of MicroStrategy will become our first trillionaire.
That's crazy.
Mm. Well, we already had a trillionaire. We already had a trillionaire, but that's another story. y'all didn't know that? Man, look, I don't miss Nathan.
Hey, that's why I rock with you, brother.
Hey, check this out. In Chicago, well, I was in Michigan. I was in Michigan in 2013. I say 13. It was some humbug stuff though. I might have already told y'all. The dude in Texas, the dude flipping burgers, he was at work. He was on the news. They had the whole channel, something news. I think it was Fort Worth or Dallas or something. And he was just flipping burgers and smiling. They said, the first trillionaire in the world. It was on CNN News. And he was saying there, he was like, and they put it, said, so what happened? Oh yeah, I got up this morning before I went to work and I checked my account to get some coffee or something. And he said, and it said I had like $3 trillion in my bank account. He was like, this can't be wrong. He said it was so many zeros, I couldn't even count all the zeros. He said, this can't be right. And he's like, so he went to work. And then he said he checked again at lunchtime. It was still on. I shit you not. Hey, I know y'all probably like, wait, let's go hurt this stupid MFer. You got to be an ignorant man. $3 trillion.
I'll take some of that out.
Man, I'm trying to take it because you can't put a dent in it big enough.
No.
In a day, you can't put a dent in it big enough to even notice.
It's my old happy day, boy.
Look, a crackhead can never go. Look, a crackhead would die before he smoked $3 trillion.
Man, all crackheads in America, everybody in America died smoking crackheads before they spit it.
$3 trillion?
Hey,
which is one of the reasons why Bitcoin, well, we're probably going to have to adopt Bitcoin to be a future because we owe over $1 trillion just in interest in this country we call the United States of America. We can never pay that back.
I can't get out of debt. But check this out, though. I peeped game when they came. I was like, now, how the hell can they end up sending that much money? This literally in his bank account, he had $3 trillion, and he a person. He's not a corporation.
Right.
Like a big. He's a person. He's the first trillionaire on the planet. And then look, to cover it up, to make it look like, so that if you ever go back in the news, they can say it was a white person. Because don't you know, a motherfucking week later, a white woman in Texarkana, Arkansas, or right down by the border, all of a sudden $1 trillion pop in her account by accident. But it just went like this. It came and it went just like this. It wasn't like his all day. They always do this shit. And then the thing is, I thought about it when it happened. I was like, there's no way. And I thought about it. I said, them motherfuckers moving their money. They moving their money. They moving it.
2020 was one of the biggest wealth transfers there was out there.
You know, I'm talking about moving it illegally. This money that
they. You know, Bank of America and Wells Fargo is selling suits for that.
Yeah.
But also, you know, Bank of America and Wells Fargo, they were creating accounts to put money in.
Yeah. Shine crazy.
Cover up, bro.
Yeah.
People better jump on and learn something and get on this wave.
If I'm doing it, everybody better do it because I was never going to do that ever.
I told you got to adopt this technology, man. You either move with technology or you get ran over and crushed.
And look, though, man, look, I'm worth more than Bitcoin can even pay me. I know this, but check this out, though. Why in the green earth would I pass up a chance I could spend $100, $200 and it might turn to 10 million before this year over with?
Look. I've been preaching and going live. I've been preaching and saying that since 2017. Right. I'm still finding videos of me on Facebook where I was doing lives telling folks blockchain. And in 2017, I was saying blockchain, Bitcoin. Look, if you don't trust it, I understand. Take $20 a month, a week. take the money that you were gonna blow anyway and put into some crypto coin. That way, hey, if it failed, you didn't lose your life savings. You put what you was gonna spend it on a drink or going into a club. If it hit, I've literally made a few $1,000s in my sleep doing crypto.
Yeah.
Wake up one morning, and that's how you look at the net worth. When people don't understand, when they say, well, Jay-Z's worth $1 billion, that don't mean he got $1 billion cash. That means he's evaluated by his business and his assets, and they've shot up to $1 billion. That's kind of like with Kanye. He was evaluated at $1 billion based off his Yeezy contract. And when that went down, he went down. He's no longer evaluated by that. And that's another thing we as Black people got to learn: net worth and trust. Not wheels. We need trust.
Yeah. Put your stuff in the trust. They can't take it from
you. The good thing, Bitcoin, I noticed a lot of people using Bitcoin. That's the safest so far right now. That's the safest long-term place to stash your money. And that's something that ain't tied. The Bitcoin ain't tied to nothing.
Now, disclaimer out there. Of course, we're not financial advisors. Do what you do with your money. We ain't giving you that. But I will caution you. Yes, Bitcoin was safe and everything you hear, but you better know what the hell you doing when you transfer Bitcoin, because if you screw up one number, one digit, and that address, it's gone forever. There ain't no calling the bank, ain't no calling Coinbase to recover it. You've just sent that off.
Somebody else's.
That's what you call a true tithe. That's God's money. That money going straight to heaven. Because it ain't nobody gonna getting it back. It's gone. It's gone in the ether. So yes, you need to thoroughly learn what you're doing when it comes to cryptocurrency. There are thousands of videos out there that are great. There are a bunch of people. You probably got friends and family members right now that's in the crypto that's willing to help you get started. But if them getting you started, get a book or whatever, you've really got to learn and know what you're doing and get this. If you ain't got no other education, you need to learn your money.
That's right.
That's where our money going to, man. Digital money is all going digital.
Now, if you one of those people that want a piece of Bitcoin but still scared and you just too lazy to learn how to go get on Coinbase and how to get a wallet and all that other stuff, there's stocks right now that are tied to Bitcoin and cryptocurrency. Matter of fact, this is why BlackRock is trying to get an ETF. So some of your retirement fund may be predicated off Bitcoin. And I can't wait till it do, because I have a 401k I would love to roll over and stick right into that Bitcoin ETF.
Right in there.
Yeah. I'm riding with Bitcoin. I've been riding with it since 2015 or so. I'm riding with Bitcoin and the cryptocurrency. And shout out to Sheba and Newt.
That's the one I jumped in. SHIB early too, man. It's not even a penny yet.
Yeah, it's less than a penny. And it's still got a ways to go to get there, though. I think they were saying that Sheba would need a $1 trillion market cap before it can really hit a penny.
I'm gonna hold my SHIB though. If it hit,
but Sheba made a lot of millionaires in the beginning too.
Yeah, I got in after that.
So, like I said on Wednesday's live, since this is January, I've committed this year of 2024 to focus. Me, my sign is an Aries. So, typically I'm all over the place. I'm notorious for starting 100 different projects, finishing maybe 20. Which even though I was talking, me and Shu was talking about that, because he's a Taurus. We start a bunch of projects, but we finish 20 and then we bang off and then we create new ones. I still finish more than the average person. But I said, you know what? I am going to dedicate at least a month of going in on a topic every month this year. And this month is cryptocurrency. So now I've moved to Georgia. I have about a 45-minute ride to work. I don't listen to no music. It's straight crypto podcast on the way to work. And it's an audible audio book on the way home. And at lunch, I might listen to a little YouTube, and then I got a cryptocurrency book till I master this and get it in.
You know, crypto, if you notice, I didn't have a lot to say like I did last time, because crypto, if you ain't into it, like if you ain't been into it like since the last time we talked about it, ain't no way. I ain't got nothing to say about what the I don't know what the hell.
I think last time me and you talked, Bitcoin was less than $20,000. It might have been around $15,000 when me and you talked. Last time we had a conversation.
What is it now?
45,000.
45,000, I think.
Yes.
45 and growing. It's waiting because it's supposed to bubble. This year, it is predicted to hit over $100,000.
Wow.
Some estimates with BlackRock, it said it could go higher than that. So I think the highest it went in his last peak cycle was like $60-something thousand. And typically, if you go by the 4-year cycle of Bitcoin, it usually doubles the previous peak point. Yep. So it is estimated, and I would expect it to at least hit $120,000.
You took the words right out of my mouth, bro.
And typically, when Bitcoin shoots up and goes around that way, the 120, usually Ethereum follows somewhere, and it goes up and shoot. And all the other what they call altcoins usually shoot up and go even higher.
I think XRP is follow this time though.
And I think Ethereum is around $2,000 right now. Now, the funny thing is, when I first got into crypto and I didn't know no better, Bitcoin at one point was $1,000, under $1,000.
Wow.
Ethereum was $50 a coin.
Wow.
So yeah, it has made a lot of millionaires.
Yeah, we missed the early shit, but it's still time. You still got time to jump on.
And at that time, they were. But look, at that time, people were making millions of dollars without taxes because the government hadn't caught on then. So when you was making Bitcoin cash and putting it into your bank, there was no regulation, tax free.
Yeah.
Wow, killing. That's a lot of money. You talking about 100,000? How much taxes on 100,000? That's a lot.
Pay your taxes. They are caught on, and they will get your ass this time. You will go to jail. They're gonna get you. Matter of fact, the Biden administration is trying to turn every damn thing into a felony. Yep. Yeah, they tried to make brace on a gun a felony. But you know, it's in line with Kamala and what they did before they became presidents. They was putting us in jail. So
yeah. Well, on guns and stuff, I have no more further conversations for all this stuff anymore. It's 2024. I've done that for the last 5 years, and then I've really been doing it for longer than that, but like consistently and make live after live. Man, when I came to this year, I felt bad for everybody because I was like, man, they don't even know. They came, it ain't no more, man. It's the money train here. I ain't got time.
That's what I am. That's what I am. You know, it's funny that great minds think alike. Everybody that's on the same frequency think alike. Yeah. Because I was saying that too. There's no teaching this year. I ain't got time. I've been teaching for years. The lessons is over. It is time for action this year. You got to do it. And if you ain't doing it, you gonna get left.
What we said, don't ask us for shit.
Man, I'm telling you, man, everybody know how much I love my people, man. And for me to say, oh, it's a wrap. I'm done. I got places to go over there. I'm going forward. Y'all still back here, same thing. If you didn't listen by now, I'm not wasting no more time. Then plus, the money train is here. Y'all don't hear me. I'm not even looking back there where y'all at. Wherever y'all at, I don't even know because I'm not looking back there no more. I don't call my name, nothing. Don't call me, don't text, nothing. It's over.
All I got is videos for you. Hopefully you can catch up one day.
Vintage. Yeah.
But you brought up a good point. You know, when we look at Black people, in some cases, all we share is skin color. We're not culturally connected. No. And I think that is part of the problem. And I know some listeners to this be, oh, you selling out, you're coon or whatever. I don't give a damn. I've been called worse. But when you really look at this thing, and I love my people, it doesn't matter what culture you done come from as, but you know, I love my people. But it's time we gotta face some hard truths. And some of you I have nothing in common with. It's the same thing with some Jamaicans. You know, we both black color wise, but culturally we're different. We're not accepted and different. Like we speak in some cases different language, different philosophy, different style. Some a lot of Africans, we are different. Yeah, I'm of African DNA and descent, but culturally I am something different. But we as black people try to say that we're one culture and we're not. We grew up in different areas. It's kind of like I was talking to one of my cousins, and a lot of us and nowadays, especially here in the United States, we are black skin colors, but a lot of us are European raised.
Mm.
We have
You
European.
know,
We have European brains.
yeah, we have European brains.
Yeah.
Whether you want to admit that or not. I mean, yeah, you
You,
black and you want to be gangster, whatever, but some of you lived in white neighborhoods, you went to white schools, you had white education, and that's all that you've been surrounded with. And
well,
it's not your fault. There's nothing wrong with that, but you are European raised, and even most of us in the United States. It's like I'll never forget that Ice Cube lyric where he say, "Everybody say they too black, put them overseas, they be begging to come
the
back."
comeback. That's Ice Cube.
Yeah,
America
exactly.
Most Wanted. America
Take
Most
your
Wanted.
European raised ass with all this pro black shit. Oh, I'm going overseas. I'm gonna do this. In certain countries, you be trying to come back when you ain't got no steady internet in certain
Yeah,
places. Now, there's some places, don't get me wrong, that are lovely that I want to go
yeah,
and live. But, I
yeah.
ain't trying to turn, but I'm not trying to turn that U.S. passport loose. Now, I want to
Right.
go somewhere, but I want to come back. And that's the thing. But we got to
Wait,
start realizing that we are different and we have different missions in life. And we need to start grouping with the proper culture of people and having the proper conversations.
that's not going to happen. It's not gonna happen. Like,
Mhm.
okay, what I mean by that, we're not at the end like of our just like if we in Revelation. That don't mean we're definitely not at the end of the world. A lot of people about to go, but
No,
they don't just because
that's
y'all
like I tell you. You may go, but the world ain't going
yeah.
nowhere.
Yeah, and then plus I tell other motherfuckers, they like, man, we at the last days, it's all gonna be in. No, your world about to end. Y'all been
Mm-hmm.
bullshitting. I
Yeah.
ain't going no motherfucking way. You a damn lie. You can't make me because y'all been bullshitting and I've been telling y'all and y'all been not listening to me. I've been like Moses and telling y'all the
Mm-hmm.
flood coming and y'all motherfuckers don't
Mm-hmm.
listen. Now it's 2024, the flood here. You know what I'm saying? Hell no, absolutely no. Done. But
But
anyway,
there's been some beside you. But this is what I'm talking about, and I'm getting at culturally and having the right conversation with the right group of people. There are some
mhm,
people that are spiritually connected and on your frequency that
that's
understand
right.
what you're saying, that's been listening and been building with you.
Right.
Whether
That's true.
and whether and too and this time, not all of them are black.
Yeah.
That's true. But
So
see, the thing,
when you put when you put that last nail in that dough and seal it in for your protection, and now Ray and everybody that ain't been listening start coming, hey man, save me, we brothers or whatever. It's too late,
Can't
brother.
do it.
okay, look at
But you let so and so in. What's so and so in there? And I can't get in.
this. Okay, check this out. This is why I say that it's just not going to happen. Okay. I mean, I hate saying this, man, but I'm glad
I
I
hate
ain't
saying
saying
this
this no more.
too.
I'm not, but I'm saying I'm glad I don't have to say this more because I'm done. This year they won't hear none of that I care out of me. No, not this year. I'm too big. But I hate saying this right here, man. This really bothers me. But man, first of all, you judge a group of people or race or whatever you want to call it. You judge them by the condition of their women. You can't tell how black people are by looking at the men. My fingernails might be dirty. My clothes might be, shoes dusty. How because I've been working.
Yeah.
That's what men do. You don't know why I look rough, but when you see a group of people and they the only people that do this, they got all the options. They're in the most luxurious place on the planet, and they choose to come outside with house shoes and pajamas and a bonnet on, smelling like dope. I mean, shit, you can't.
What
They
it,
gonna
And
get
think
you
about
for that.
check this out. They always get me. But check this out. So when you do that, you got to think about this. People like, well, that's her choice. Y'all the only ones holding our children in them houses with y'all. So what else if for 50 damn years, this is all the kids been seeing, they ain't got nothing else to mimic. And guess what I mean by that? The mother has a white brain. So her offspring, the man is absent, been absent for 50 years. It's been so long now till it's in full effect now. Our kids been, after 50 years, they totally brain mushed. They can't understand, you can't get through to them. It's over. And see, what I mean by white brain, she got on a blonde straight wig. Blonde, straight wig. She got on blue contacts. And she covered, trying her best to cover the black up, put purple, red, anything on his face, you know what I'm saying? And then cover them big ass lips up too that you shame of. And, you know, with some lips, just cover every damn thing up you can that's black about you and go out the house and feel real good about yourself. That's a mental illness that's fucking us up. Let me go on. Yeah, it done fucked us up, man. That's a mental illness. And then people don't understand you don't get to do that when all of y'all in the house by yourself raising kids. You Europeanizing their minds and you don't even know it and you don't give a fuck because everybody in your community condones it and your family members that condone it, they really don't like it. They talk about your ass when you ain't around. And when you around, they say, girl, your hair look good. It's so pretty. Who did your hair? And then they go home and talk about your stupid ass. You know, so yeah, and yeah, with they stupid ass, because they out here misleading our goddamn kids, man. In the same, and they won't
You know,
listen.
this is the age of you can't judge me. Only God can judge me.
Now I know if there's I know the difference in the ant and the grasshopper. I know that motherfucker must say I ain't judging. This motherfucker's fucked up.
But whoever told you only God can judge you? That's some bullshit. You
That's
got judges locking black folks up every damn day.
Man,
Only God can judge me.
I'm trying to tell you.
You judged by every damn thing you do. What matter of fact, if you listen to Martin Luther King, he said in his dream that you would be judged by the content of your character, not the color of your skin.
There you go.
Every time somebody look at you, you being judged. Hell, I'm judging the hell out of you. If no one else can, I'm just gonna be real. When I walk up and I meet somebody, if you look like you said, you walk up to me with your pants sagging, I see your underwear down, tattooed up and tattooed on your faces.
Oh yeah.
You mean mugging. You reaching through your pants and everything else, and you coming up like on me, and you staring at me and mean mugging. I'm judging. My judgment say, grab my pistol, shoot this man. He up to no good. That's a judge. When you come through, like you said, and oh, you got money. Oh, I want to talk to you. And you got gold teeth blinging and everything as a woman. I'm judging. No.
Hey.
So, go ahead.
Now that you said that, I'm sorry for cutting y'all. Man, now that you said that, I've been wanting to say this. I just keep forgetting. We wonder why it's so popular if you are a famous rapper and all this and stuff now, entertainment, you know, that money thing, that hold that money up for poor kids, that come from, once again, I hate saying this, but hell, we can't blame the damn doorknob for what's going on. And you sure can't blame us because we ain't been there. You know what I'm saying? So then why the money shit that the niggas holding, and the reason why these young girls and stuff, they so attracted to it, they don't, man, you can be the dumbest motherfucker on earth, the most illiterate son bitch in Arkansas. If you got enough money, you can get the baddest motherfucker around here anywhere, Houston, anything. You got enough money, you know, because the black women, because they've been, you know, the mama, all them years in the house, who all been over there because your mama was pretty. So she had nothing but all the drug dealers, all the ballers. You know what I'm saying? The kids. Yeah, and that's who the kids, the boys, when they grow up, they know what their mama like. Boy, I worship my mama, and who she worship? Money. People every nigga come around, he got jewelry, money, out nice car. She don't deal with them other dudes. So what the boys gonna do? And then the girls, po things, another generation, because they ain't fucking with nothing but a motherfucker got money. They done heard their mama talking about niggas that ain't shit for years, her whole life. Even her dad ain't shit. And that's because he ain't got no money. So what the girls gonna do? That's why we so busted up, and that shit can't be fixed. We've done it too long. But the thing about it, just because it can't be fixed, hell, we ain't them. My family, some of my family ain't like this, so shit, we good. They the ones got the fall victim to their own folly. They got the fall victim, not us.
But
So
this is but that goes back to my original premise of we've got to start sorting it out. It's like a mixed bag of nuts. We got to start putting the pecans over here, the
yeah.
almonds over here,
Right on.
peanuts over here,
Right
and we got
on.
to start. We got to go through this race. We all dark skinned, but we got to start separating this out.
Yeah.
I don't belong in. I'm an almond. I
Uh-uh.
don't belong with the pistachios. I can't talk with the pistachios or whatever.
Yeah.
I'm over here. But when I look at other races, when I looked at the Italians and the Greeks and everything, when they came to this country,
Mm-hmm.
they separated by family.
Mm-hmm.
You might have been Greek or Italian or whatever else, but you had to have something in common. You had to be accepted by the family. And they
Right.
didn't fuck with every family. Oh, we Italians, we gonna stick together.
Yeah.
No. I don't fuck with that family over there. That group
Yeah.
of Italians. We don't vibe together. Now,
Yeah.
in some cases, they're at war, which I'm not advocating that.
Mm-hmm.
But and the same thing when I go back to the civil rights movement. You look at Harry Belafonte. I mean, not you look at Martin Luther King. You look at Malcolm X. Two
Yeah.
black men, two different strategies, but they had mutual respect. They knew that they had different missions. Now,
Well,
see, today we
yeah.
we didn't got vibe. Today we got this thing where we don't have no strategy. We want everybody on the front line. We want generals in the black community. Oh, that's a general. He high ranking. Put him on the front line. Oh, he'll sell out. No, he ain't speaking up with us. No, you got to be out here marching with us, or you a sellout, or you ain't nobody. Martin Luther King told Harry Belafonte and all the Red Foxes and all them, no. You keep making that money. You keep getting in that camera. Feed us, because we out here on this front line. We in the streets. We need money. We hungry. We ain't working. If we out here on this front line, you working, you making good money. Go smile, make them movies, and support us that way. And that's your mission. We don't need you out here on the front line.
Right.
But today, we'll take a LeBron James. LeBron got to be out here with us. No, Bron, you keep playing basketball. You feed us. We already got soldiers. We got these young cats every day talking about they ready to die. We ain't scared to go to jail. Or I killed somebody or whatever else. We need you on the front line. But I'm saying, if you got that mentality, we need you on the front line.
Yeah.
They are on the front line. I've been saying that for like 6 years.
But for a purpose. They need to be, if you're gonna be on the front line.
They are there for. I've been saying this for like 6 years. And like, man, I'll be like 5. I ain't bragging, and I just be like 5 or 10 years ahead of the game because I be so into it, man. It's all I do. I eat, sleep, and breathe this shit. So like 6 years ago, I told him, I said, man, like them little dudes. This is exactly how I said it. I said, them little dudes that be out there on the corner with them pistols. They don't want no motherfucking job. Them our soldiers. And you go up to them right now and ask them, what y'all doing, man? 6 of them on the corner. Shit. Y'all want a job? Y'all want to make some money? Want some dope? Make some money? Nope. Damn, all y'all got a gun? Yep. Y'all ready to shoot something? Yeah, shit. Woo. I wish a mother would. They ready. It's just right now, and everything is in position, man. I ain't got nothing to do with none of this. The world, we done brought this motherfucker to shit. Everybody got it's time. It's just time. Them boys, they in place for a reason. They done proved they ready, they'll kill all us. So you know.
But they might be in place, but they didn't got proper instructions and proper direction. They're killing us.
I know, and I don't like, and I don't like them at all. I don't.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. They will turn around. You can't put a general with them because they'll kill the damn general.
See, the thing is though, under the right pressure, anything will pop. Under the right pressure, they ain't been put under the right pressure right now.
But then you got chaos, not an organized plan.
Well, this whole thing is going to happen out of chaos anyway. That's how creation started, out of chaos. It's time for a new everything. It's time for a new everything. So everything got to be controlled. Everything got to be, huh?
Well, the whole world is in chaos right now.
I know, but listen, all of it's starting now. It's being repaired. Just what all these people leaving the planet and all these scandals and all this coming out. that's being repaired right now. It started. You know, and it started this when motherfucking 12 o'clock midnight hit this year, it started. And if you go and look at events, there, man, this year started off like that motherfucker got shot out of gun. All the bullshit that's happening. And we ain't even a whole week in this year yet. I told everybody, I don't want, that's why I'm hiding. Don't nobody come ask me no questions. Now tell me some, man, I remember you said,
Nope.
all the animals on this damn thing, and we floating on the water. You know, don't be knocking on the door now.
Look, it's like I was telling somebody, another thing about religion, we are pretty much know now that we don't exist alone, that we have company now, that aliens are out there, like Bitcoin. If you still say, oh, we the only people, ain't no aliens out there, you're dumb as hell.
Well,
I don't know nice way to say it.
Well, this year they can't say that no more after this year. That's what I'm saying. We just getting started.
I witnessed a lot of this myself.
Yeah, man. I can't, man. Look, I got me a case of popcorn ready for this year. I ain't going nowhere.
I'm excited. You ready for the shit to go down?
Man, I'm ready to see the look on folks' faces. Oh, the world is ending. The world is ending. The same stuff I've been seeing the whole time.
We say that because I remember being in church and the preacher he was preaching. He said, he was telling the parents. I was in high school. He was like, "Tell your kids don't worry about the end of the world. Dream as big as you want to dream. The only thing leaving this earth is the wicked people." That was his exact words. Exactly. I'll never forget it.
Exactly.
Shoot, man, it's always been a pleasure, man, having you in here. Our time is starting to wind down. It's always a pleasure, speaking with you. You got any socials or anything for people to reach out to you?
You can hit me up on Hish'uwe, HISHUWE on YouTube. You can check out free Spanish videos, lessons, 10 weeks of lessons, 1 through 10, week 1 through 10 on YouTube, also on their NEA Spanish services, as you can see on the screen right now. But it's not Northeast Arkansas Spanish Service. It'll be NEA Spanish Services on YouTube, free Spanish lessons. You can hit me up on Facebook under Timothy Woodard. Timothy Woodard. If you want your feelings hurt, go to Facebook and type in Timothy Woodard and click on my videos. I'm guaranteed to hurt your feelings and make your day a hot mess the way you can heal in a good way. I'm going to send you some bandages. Hey, I'll send y'all some bandages. If you hurt bad, hit my guy up, hit After5 up, and they're going to send you some bandages. Courtesy of Mr. Woodard. Yeah.
See, we're going to hurt your feelings even worse and go in. I forgot you teach Spanish. I should have been with you about 6 months ago because I'm going to Cuba next week.
Oh, wow.
I need to get more Spanish too.
Yeah, I used to know a little bit of Spanish, but I fell off. Matter of fact, I'm gonna have to get back. I want to get back with Spanish. So that's one of my things this year that I need to get back into. Matter of fact, I got the damn book right here. What a coincidence.
Well, okay. Well, just remember this.
I've been learning.
Remember this.
So yeah, and then I need to learn it.
In Cuba, if you don't understand something that's, that you're supposed to, it's probably because they don't pronounce the S's at all hardly. They don't, when they say que pasa, que paja, and they might say soy de Cuba instead of Cuba. So they got a little different little dialect. You know what I'm saying?
Dialect. It's kind of like Louisiana.
Yeah.
If you learn English and you go to Louisiana, it's a different experience.
Boy,
Shout out to Louisiana. I love Louisiana.
I'm glad you said that real quick, man. A few seconds. Man, that's the first time I've heard, man, over 30 different languages. No, at least 20 different languages. And I hear them, I'm like, damn, I can learn it in 5 minutes. All of it. Chinese, don't matter what it is. Man, I heard the New Orleans dudes talk. I said, what in the fuck? Y'all from New Orleans? What? Is that English? Murder Earl, and all this.
Yeah, air condition is called Erkadu. Yeah. Shout out to New Orleans. We love y'all.
Shout out to New Orleans.
We have fun there. Anything go.
Yeah.
But man, it's been a pleasure. You're definitely gonna have to come back, and you're definitely gonna have to come sit in on another Wednesday live on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch with us. We're live every Wednesday from 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And of course, you can join us here, Lifestyle After 5 Radio on WDJY 99.1 FM from 9 to 10 p.m. every Wednesday.
Yes,
Check us
sir.
out on Ali After 5, our website, where you can see all our past videos, where to get our shirts. If you love these Lifestyle After 5 hoodies, shirts, you like coaching, mentoring, anything you need, all that can be found on Ali After 5, the number 5, IVE.com.
Get at us. Holler at us.
Been a great show.
Yeah,
Yeah, definitely, man.
yes, sir.
And you got to come back.
Yes,
Don't
sir.
wait so long, man. I missed you.
Oh man, look, man, I missed this show, man. This is the greatest panel, man. I don't care. Man, I can be on, they can put me on the Steve Harvey show live on channels 13. Man, this is the spot for me. This
What I'm
is
talking about,
the
man.
home base
Appreciate
show
it.
right
I
Appreciate
give you
here.
that,
some
bro.
better.
Yeah, that's what's up. That's what's up. That's what's up. For sure. Hey, we doing big things, man. You know what I'm saying? We got a lot of good and big important stuff coming up, man. So, and I'm gonna keep y'all posted
Exactly.
on that.
Yes,
And
sir.
we're gonna stay linked.
Please do. Get that
That's
Hish'uwe, and I gotta learn that language too. I gotta get
Read
that
that book,
I gotta learn
man.
that Hish'uwe.
Yeah, we good to go.
I have to do a whole
Yeah,
section on that.
bookbaby.com.
Bookbaby.com.
I know.
I got the lessons are on Patreon. I have a Patreon page. So
Okay.
that's where my lessons are. I'm doing one lesson per month
Okay.
for years to come.
What's up, bro?
That was up. That's what the entrepreneur, the man. You all get at Timothy Woodard and hit him up, purchase his book, reach out to him, speaking nothing but truth.
I'm gonna teach you some shit.
Teach you something. Sure. It's time to learn in 2024.
Definitely.
Until
I'm
next
not
Wednesday,
learning
y'all
nothing,
be
man.
safe. Till next Wednesday, y'all be safe out there, and we'll see you next time.
Next week.